Hey everybody, how's it going? Today I'm going to be hopping back into the Blitz pool. I'm going to keep playing 5-minute chess because I know that's what everybody loves, but I have a huge announcement and I'm going to drop it on a chess video. Anybody that only watches the Risk videos, they're not going to know, but this channel, the Vampire Chicken YouTube channel, just hit 1 million total views, and I really appreciate it. Thank you for everybody watching. 1 million views is quite a lot, but we're not even close to done. If you've been enjoying it, I do encourage you to, keep watching videos. And you know what? If you haven't even subscribed to this channel, why don't you do it? Maybe you're gonna come back and watch chess tomorrow. Why don't you subscribe? You'll know when the video drops. Can't wait to see you then. Jumping into the 5-minute pool. This is something that I think a lot of people have been enjoying. My concern here is that my opponent is not going to show up. What do you do in these situations? Because I feel like if I don't wait, then I'm gonna hit this button, Lichess is gonna say, oh, you're gonna get in trouble for aborting, this random, hey, warning, if you don't do this, you're gonna get banned for whatever. So I feel like you gotta sit there, right? There's no other way. I'm not gonna abort. I don't want the message. Don't put me in timeout. I've been a good boy. But let me back into the pool. Let me go up against Ravi B. And let's play a fun game, okay? It's 5 minutes. We got a little bit of extra time. Can we play? Hey, does anybody want to play chess with me today? What do you say? You and me, Ravi. Let's do it. Let's duke it out. And let's go with a favorite here. Hit me. Of course. With an Elephant Gambit. Okay, this guy's moving fast. Maybe he knows what to do. Oh. Why this? Turns this more into some sort of Petrov, but here I have an interesting idea, and this allows me to play multiple different sacrifices. This is actually a surprisingly interesting option for white, so I'm allowing this very exciting line. Failing that, my backup plan is to try to at any moment sacrifice this e-pawn, which is something that can happen quite frequently. Opponent is really not going in for any of that. He can castle and we can do some sacks and whatever. Opponent says whatever. Give me the slightly worse pawn structure. I dare you to castle because I'm gonna Greek gift you. I guess we're gonna play. It's gonna be a boring snooze. Maybe can we make this exciting? How would this become exciting? I don't know. Let's go here. Just threaten to bring a rook to the e file. So if you pin me or something, I can toss this guy in. Something like this, forcing you to potentially retreat one of your bishops. And then I can keep some pressure on, maybe. So let's go here. So the opponent didn't castle right away. Let's see if we can punish this. We have the better pawn structure, so we have something to rely on if this game goes on for quite some time. But anybody that declines the Elephant Gambit must be punished. Let's see if we can do it. How are they gonna get? Now they decide this is the way. So we gotta keep the hits coming. How are they going to defend against this? The hits, they must keep coming. I'm imagining the queen is the one that's coming on. Now, I want to put a bishop here is my next course of action. I also have this, actually, honestly, as an idea. Why not? We have to find the tactics now. If we let them just castle and get away with it, I don't know. Maybe we're not going to be that happy. Let's hit them with this one. So attacking the rook and whatever, and the idea is that the pawn is actually a defender of the bishop. So if you take, you're going to have doubled pawns on both sides of the board. I'm going to be crashing through here. And, whatever. That's probably not the pawn structure the opponent was hoping for in this game, okay? One little inaccuracy starting to snowball into a big, giant attack here of pressure. Let's take that. Also, this pawn is going to be hanging at some moments. We must take this first, but we have this coming in at some moments. So I think the king needs to come defend this pawn. That means this guy's hanging. It's just one thing turning into another. Let's keep our rook on this, what you call this? File? Rank? What are these things called? I don't know. I haven't played a lot of chess lately. Been too busy losing all of my Risk tournament games. Let's go c5. Let's go nuts. Let's go wild. Trying to bust through this position. Let's bring our bishop out. I'm not going to this square because I don't want it to get attacked by a knight. Just want to defend my back rank thoroughly enough. And this is actually a serious option, as is, I assume, taking, with the idea that if you take, I can pin. That also must be pretty decent for me as well. So should be in cruise control here. But it's up to the opponent to try to come up with some way of turning the tide around in the other direction. So now I can just simply defend. I can play b6. can completely ignore. Where does this bishop ultimately want to be? I think I think for now, let's just tuck it away. Actually, this maybe was a serious option. I should have maybe took an extra second. But on c4, maybe he could take here. Probably not. I don't know. But c4 maybe is what is coming. Actually, I should have kept my bishop here, because c4 is preventing this bishop from coming in. But even if the bishop goes here, it ends up getting trapped. So I think we're doing very well. This is a serious issue. And if you're compelled to take, I'm going to be very happy. My bishop comes to c5. And it's doing very well. So now I'm going here. They've given the bishop a retreat square. This still might also be very good, but I've also risk... okay, so the idea is here. Okay, understood, understood, understood. So the opponent actually makes a tactical threat. That's very, very good of them. So let's just move over. They're trying to win my rook by delivering this check and then taking me. So I back up, keeping c4 on the table. Also, if ever here, I take back, and that will win for me. So far, so good. What I'm saying is, the point of this video is, don't decline the Elephant Gambit. Look up a recipe. You have to accept the Elephant Gambit, okay? You get, like, it's like -2. It's like losing by force. It's as bad as the Stafford. You know, you should just refute it. Just accept gambits, have a little bit more fun. Try to refute them. So he walks the bishop into a trap, maybe arguing that at some point this will happen. I think I might take now to defend my rook that way. How do I do this? Wait, I have the same tactic my opponent was kind of setting up. Wait, I've only just spotted it. Huh, I wonder why I didn't see that right away. They saw it. They were not surprised by that move. And I guess I'll just keep the hits coming or what? Or should I try to trap this guy? It might be better to just trap this bishop. That certainly seems easier than, I don't know. I guess I'm not, I've lost focus. My glasses came off here for just a second and I lost a little bit of focus. All right, just keep coming. And then I'm going to play here. So if the knight comes this way, it might be harder for the knight to defend this bishop. The opponent, I think, is relying on some knight g5 stuff that I can't imagine is going to work out for them. Let's see how they want to do this. g6 comes next, followed by king to g7. Knight can't go here. Knight can come here, but I just go here. How do you continue the pressure? The only way I can imagine is you could bring this guy in. Worst case, I could defend with a rook, but I also... How are they going to do this? Maybe I toss this check in now? I don't think there's any need. I'm going here, keeping the bishop here just to prevent the knight from coming in. But now I can save this. I can also attack the knight this way. The knight will go back, but then I have a check. So if the knight goes back, in order to counterattack my bishop, I give a check. Then the bishop is hanging. So, yeah, okay. Should work out in my favor here. So now I'm going to give this check. Probably will just take the bishop. Maybe I'll have some other option of going here. Quickly scanning all of my options. But there's just no real counterplay here for the opponent. As far as I can tell. Maybe they'll prove me wrong and find something. So they're going to go with this. Sure. No problem there. Activate our rook. I have this square for my bishop, which I think I want to do. I'm trying to box the knight out this way. So I will go here. Close to having something very good. Let's go here, which maybe threatens to then push the pawn. Which then threatens to go here. Now if he goes here, it's not mate, it's so close. This would set up the mating net. If I go here, check. I mean, this must be mate. I mean, come on, man. Your king's not allowed to live over there. You're gonna have the a5 square, and then my rook swings over. All right, cool. Bishops are doing an amazing job cutting off this portion of the board. Rook is gonna swing over here. And that's how the game is going to end. Let's go! Kind of a fun one. And I just want to kind of highlight this particular line, because when you play the Elephant Gambit, a lot of people ask me, what do you do when they decline in a variety of different ways? And perhaps the most common way I've seen is with d4, whether people are playing d4 here, or whether they're taking first, then playing d4. And one of the things I like to do is to enter into this line, and this, it feels a lot more like a Petrov now than an Elephant Gambit, so it's around equal. But one little mistake here, it can all go kind of poorly. And I'm not actually sure what happens in the Masters database. Knight d7, much more common in the Masters database. I think this is a trickier way of playing. The opponent just goes back, which is unheard of, basically, in the Masters database. It's the most popular. No, it's not the most popular. Nobody does this. Nobody ever retreats. Knight f3. And I guess the reason is, after this, suddenly it's, you know, black that got to put a lot of pressure on in this game. And the opponent here should castle. Maybe they could consider c4. But they just brought out another knight, and just like that, already better with black. So just like one or two small inaccuracies here with the white pieces, and now we're in the driver's seat. So I took this guy. I got castle. I didn't castle. So I didn't castle because I thought there could potentially be a Greek gift. Looks like 3 people in history have tried, but it doesn't work. So if the knight comes out here, I can simply go back to g8. If the queen comes in now, how do I defend this? It's as simple as knight to f6. Okay, well, I didn't really want to entertain this Greek gift, but I should have castled because the Greek gift doesn't work, and the opponent might have done it. But I brought my knight out. Then I castled. This is the opponent's last opportunity to castle, but they decide to go here, which I kind of thought that they would. I don't know why. I'm just like, I don't know. They're playing slow. They're not worried about king safety. They might just castle. So I kind of felt that that's what would happen. Now queen e7 keeps the pressure on. They retreat with the bishop. Now the knight comes in, and the knight is actually doing quite a lot of threatening stuff. Queen comes in. My move is not given. g6. I guess the idea is to come here. Also, just bishop f5 directly seems to be very strong. I came up with this move. Not the strongest way of continuing, but certainly a good one. We saw all of these trades I took here. It's just crushing stuff. Bishop to d7 is even correct. c4 here is very possible. Okay, but we went with this one. And then he takes this and gets the bishop trapped. So yeah, all of this, it just kind of worked out from here. So I hope you did enjoy that video. If you did, please make sure you subscribe. Thanks for 1 million views, and I'll see you for the next video.